Hello everyone, my name is Miss Krista and I'm a librarian at the Sterling Heights Public Library in Sterling Heights, Michigan. Thank you for joining me today for my children's virtual craft. Today we're going to make snakes out of toilet paper rolls. This is a great craft that's only going to utilize things that you have around the house, and also it's something that you can continue to add to for the rest of the stay-at-home period that we're going through right now. As your family empties toilet paper or paper towel rolls, you can decorate them and continue to add to your snake, and it's going to get longer and longer the longer we go. So let's get started. I will describe to you the supplies you're going to need. Of course, you're going to need cardboard rolls. The toilet paper rolls are probably the best size, but if you have a paper towel roll, you can always cut it to the right size. Get an adult's help if you need help. If you don't have toilet paper or paper towels, you can also think of maybe a wrapping paper roll that is almost empty. That's what I actually had to do for many of my rolls, and I emptied 2 separate containers of wrapping paper. They're a little thinner than the toilet paper rolls, but that's okay. The only thing is that you'll have to make your snakes with the same size sections, okay? Because otherwise they'll go in and you won't be able to see all your sections. So just make sure that if you have different size wrapping paper and toilet paper rolls, that you make a small snake and a big snake. You don't mix them, okay? I'll show you what will happen later. So yes, wrapping paper, foil, plastic wrap, any of these places you can get cardboard rolls will work. If you can't find cardboard rolls, that's okay too. You can make your own using paper. This is just a piece of construction paper. I've just cut it approximately to the size of a toilet paper roll, a little bit smaller, but that's okay. And you just fold it over. Oops, fold it over just like this, and tape, staple, or paste, and you have a paper roll that's going to work just as well as a toilet paper roll. It's actually even prettier if you ask me. But yeah, it's perfectly the same. So we'll get to that in a moment. The second thing you're going to need is something to decorate your rolls with. So you'll want to use markers, paint, crayons, stickers, washi tape, or duct tape will work. One of my daughters chose to use pom-poms for one of her sections of the snake. Really anything that you have at home that can create something bright and beautiful patterns. That's what you're going to want to use to decorate your toilet paper rolls, okay? Every section of your snake can be different. They can all be the same theme. It's really up to you. So the third thing you're going to need is something to put your rolls together with. Now, I would recommend a long string or yarn or ribbon. That is actually the easiest way to do it, but if you don't have this, that's okay. I will also show you how to connect them together with brads or safety pins. Okay? Other items that you might need, depending on how you're decorating your rolls, are tape, a glue stick, a stapler, and scissors. Okay, so I'm going to pause for a moment and let you pause me so that you can go and get your supplies. Welcome back. I hope you got your supplies. At any point during this video, if I'm going too fast for you, feel free to pause me. This is supposed to be fun. There's no hurry. There's no rush. Take your time and be creative. A lot of my rolls are already decorated, so I'm going to show you what I've done. So right now, you're going to want to start decorating your toilet paper rolls. If you're using paper, then you'll want to go ahead and decorate it before you fold it. And okay, so I might use markers, I think, and I am going, I'm going to go ahead and decorate my teal paper right here. Well, you're decorating some of your rolls, okay? So how are you decorating? Are you using paint? If you use paint, you have to set them aside and let them dry for a bit before you can put your snake together, okay? You can use markers, you can use crayons, stickers. I'll show you in a bit. I have some with stickers all over them too. They're really cute. And your snake can be snake-like or it can be not snake-like at all. It can just be all different types of pictures. Doesn't matter. Whatever you'd like to do, that's what we want you to do. So I'm just kind of making some zigzags here on my paper. put a flower. I think I might do, what? I like the zigzags. It's very snake-like. So let me try that. Let me try more of that. So I'm doing that here. If you use things like sequins or glitter, just make sure you get your parents' permission, okay? I'm not using any glitter or sequins today. I'm just drawing. All right, so I've done some lines on my paper, like so. And now I'm just gonna fold it over like this. Make it approximately the size of a paper towel roll. And I'm gonna tape mine together because it's easier than waiting for my glue to dry. But you can glue it, definitely. So what have you been doing to keep busy during this time? Have you been learning at home? Have you been walking your dog? Have you been playing games with your family? How about eating dinner or breakfast with the family? We've been doing a lot of that. Eating breakfast together is something we've never been able to do before. Now we do it almost every morning. It's really nice. Okay, so here you go. This is my paper roll. I made it a little bit on the big side. I hope it's not too big. And I'll show you some of my other rolls while you're decorating yours, okay? Keep decorating. So I used some black construction paper here and some gel pens, and I made a space theme. I like how the colors of these gel pens show up on the black. My daughter has put stickers on this one. We all love the Disney princesses. I've used a piece of printer paper for this one and just used markers and made a nice bright design, which I really like. And that's just computer paper folded over. Here's one that's been painted by one of my daughters, pink. It's still a little wet. She painted another one here. We added some stickers. I had to put a little piece of tape to get them to stick. But there we go. My other daughter made a face. It's actually her. She's put a self-portrait on there. And I have this black one that I've used sidewalk chalk to decorate. I think the chalk really shows up nicely on black paper. I really like the way that looks. There we go. And then I use this black paper and I use my gel pens again. And I put some fairies on there. I'm wondering how the library fairies are doing. I bet they miss us a lot. They have the run of the library. They're probably doing a lot of reading, relaxing. They also have games and puzzles that they like to play with each other. So I bet they're doing that as well. I can't wait to get back to the library and see what the fairies are up to. So continue decorating your paper towel rolls or your toilet paper rolls. And I'm going to show you how to put it together. If I'm rushing you, it's okay. Go ahead and pause me. Pause me and come back when you're done. There's no rush. Like I said, this video can be rewound. You can rewatch it. You can pause me until you catch up, whatever you like. But I'm just going to start by showing you right now how to assemble your first snake. For this snake, we're going to use a ribbon. Mine's actually yarn, but you can use a ribbon if you have it, or a string. The fatter the better, probably. So I'm going to show you my head that I made. I used markers and I just put some rainbow scales and some eyes. There's a little nose. And if you had googly eyes, you could put googly eyes on your snake. But I just drew mine on. I gave her little eyelashes too. She's a girl snake, just like my snake. I have a real snake. Her name is Ruby. I like snakes a lot. There we go. That's my head. Okay, so how are we going to put this together? We're going to take our yarn and we're going to put it in the back of her head and out the front. And now can you tell what this is supposed to be? Her tongue. That's right. So you want it to stick out a little bit out the front, however long you want your snake's tongue to be. There you go. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to kind of center it and squeeze it like that. And then you're going to take a stapler and you're going to put in a couple of staples right over that yarn. And that's going to hold it in there. Mine kind of flapped down to the bottom. Oop. There we go. Let me try that again. All right, there we go. Now you see that? My snake has a tongue now. And it's pretty secure. If you pull it really tight or really hard, it will come out. But it's good enough for our purposes. So there you go. You have your head and you have the beginning of your snake's body. So now what do you do? Well, now you're going to take and you're going to find the next section that you want to add to your snake. And you're just going to feed that right there, right onto your yarn. And there you go. Now you have a head and your first part of your snake. There you go. So let's continue. Let's keep putting those pieces together, right? I'm gonna use my spaced theme one next, which I really like. It's one of my favorites. And I'm gonna feed that one on there. Now I have 3 sections on. So my snake's head. There we go. Next, I think I'll do this pink painted one that my daughter made. So I'm gonna feed that one along there, like so. Excellent. And let's see, my chalk one. I like my chalk one. My black one with the chalk. I'm gonna feed that on there. So I'll show you. Woo! It's getting so long I can almost not get it on the camera. There you go. And now maybe my new teal one that I just did. And the one with our Disney princess stickers. And then I have this one that's painted with stickers. And wow, my snake's getting really long. I'll show you. Look at that. Wow. Isn't that fun? And it really moves like a real snake. She's got sections where she can curl and she can go on your shoulder. There you go. All right. So why don't I show you how we're going to finish this one up? How we'll finish this one up, okay? If you're doing it on the yarn, like so, you're going to put your last piece on. And you're going to finish it just like you started it. First of all, lay it out in front of you and make sure that your snake is as long as you want it to be. Make sure each section has enough room and it's not all kind of like bunched up. You want them all straight, so you have enough yarn. Okay, so I figured that out. Now I know on my yarn where I'm going to go. So you're going to take, just like we did in the beginning, you're going to take the end one and squeeze it. Squeeze it right by that yarn, just like so. And staple. There we go. And you might need a couple staples to get that yarn nice and secure. Okay. And there you go. Your snake is finished. They will not fall off now because they're secured at the end. Then they just slink around. And you have a beautiful snake. Now, if you'd like to add pieces to this, as you are at home and you're finishing up paper towel or toilet paper rolls, feel free to leave this open. But if you want to play with it first, then staple it. And then the next time you get a new piece that you want to add to it, you're just going to have a grown-up take those staples out and you're going to add it the next piece here, right? You'll add the next piece and then staple the next one and so on. So that's what you're going to do with a yarn or a ribbon snake, okay? But what if you don't have yarn or ribbon? Well, I can show you 2 other ways, one with safety pins and one with brads. Brads are these little metal bits that go into 2 pieces of paper, and then you open the 2 ends like this, and then it won't come out. It'll hold the 2 pieces of paper together. So instead of paper, we're going to use our cardboard rolls. To use a brad, you have to cut your cardboard rolls in a special way, like this. So you have to take the sides and make a triangle, and on the other side as well. And also you'll have to do it on this side, but I haven't done that yet. Maybe this is my end. Anyway, so that's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to cut these triangles, And then you're going to want to poke holes into the longer sections, right there and right there. All right, I used a pen just to pop a little hole in there, but have a grown-up help you if you need help, okay? And you're going to need to make those, triangles on both sections that you're going to put together. All right, so see how we have, this one I rounded more, this one I made more of a triangle. It doesn't matter, they both will work however you like it, okay? So we're going to take the brad and we're going to decide which one do we want to be on top. So let's see, since this roll is a little bit bigger, this one's going to go inside like that, okay? So now you have your 2 holes, one on each side. And you have your 2 holes here, one on each side. And you're going to put your brad through the top one, the top roll, okay? And you're going to take your other one and it's going to go, can you see what I'm doing? Pop right in there. And now the brad is through. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. You just take your finger and you opened up those 2 little arms in there. And now look, you've got a snake that moves. And brads usually come in silver or gold. I don't know why I had yellow, but I did. So I'm using yellow, whatever I had at home. So that's the first one. Let me do the next one. We're going to do it the same exact way. We're going to pop the brad right in the top one. And then we're going to go through the second one and open it up. And can you see that one too? So now we have both sides and our snake, it turns perfect. Look at that. There you go. So this is a method of putting your snake together that doesn't include yarn or ribbon, okay? But you have to have the brads. If you don't have brads, what can you do? How about safety pins? This one I kind of made up on my own because I was thinking, well, what else could we use if we don't have brads? Because not everybody's going to have brads at home. So I decided safety pins would work, and it will. It's just a little tricky, but I'm going to show you how to use it, how to do it. So the first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need a roll, and you don't have to cut the roll special for this method, okay? You're just going to need 2 holes, so one on each side of your toilet paper roll, or this is a wrapping paper roll, and you're going to need that for every one that you're connecting. So here's one here that does not have, this one does not have holes in it, so I'm going to have to poke a hole in it, okay? So here we go, pop, just like that. And again, get your mom or dad's help if you need help, okay? There we go, I put 2 holes in. So now I have the 2 paper rolls that have holes on either side. And I'm going to use kind of a larger safety pin. I don't know what size it is, maybe a 2. There it is. You're going to open it up like so. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to have your 2 rolls together. Put the holes by each other, okay? And you're going to take your safety pin just like this. And you're going to go right down into the first tube. And you're going to stick that pin right out through the hole, just like that. Then you're going to take your second one and you're going to put it right on top, just like that. And now you're going to close the safety pin and your snake is connected. Now, it's a little trickier to do the second side, but we can do it. I know you can. Here we go. Let's try it. So again, you're going to take your pin and you're going to put it right down into your roll and pop it out the side. And now on this one, you've got to go in there. See? You got to take your pin now and go in that hole, just like that. And then very carefully stick your finger in and close the pin. This is the tricky part because you can't really see it very well. It's kind of tricky, but we can do it if we work hard, right? So let me try here. I've done this so many times, you think I could do it. Okay, wait, let's try this again. Okay, there we have that, just like so. Now, oh, I got twisted. I think that's my problem. What is my problem? Okay. We went in just like that. There we go. And we're going to put that right in there, right in that hole. We're going to reach in and we're going to close our safety pin. Come on, Mr. Pin. Please close. Yes. Okay. And then once it closes, there you go. You have your snake that is connected by safety pins. So I just showed you 3 methods of how to connect your snake, right? One was with a ribbon or a string, or I used yarn, just like so. And how do you do it? You put the yarn in the mouth and you squeeze it shut and you staple it. And you do the same thing at the end when you're done, okay? So you're gonna staple those shut, or you can use the safety pins, just like so. And that, I mean, it might not be as pretty, but it works. I like the shininess. And then the second way I showed you was with the brads. And this one, remember, you have to cut your rolls, especially on the sides. Otherwise it won't turn, right? That's what that's for, is you're removing some of this extra. Because if you were just like this, there'd be no way you could get the brads on there. So you have to cut that little extra, and then you get this turn kind of thing. So your snake is flexible. Good job. Okay, so how are you doing? Are you almost done? Which way did you use to connect your snake? Did you use your yarn, the ribbon? Did you use brads? Did you use paper clips? Safety pins? How did you figure it out? Like I said, I can't wait for you to come to the library and show me what you made while you were at home. I can't wait for us to open again so we get to see you all again. I hope you enjoyed making our snakes today. Remember, keep working on them. Keep adding sections. Be creative. Keep learning during this time. It's a special time. And you can just have fun and be with your family. Can't wait to see you again soon. Thank you. Bye.